Yes, hello, this is Coach Gordon Thomas from the Amityville Warriors basketball team, and you're listening to Warrior Basketball on Amityville Broadcasting Network.
This is the Warriors basketball pregame show on the Amityville Broadcasting Network.
3 years ago, it was a state championship. Last year, looking to return to the promised land, the Warriors defeated all their opponents, but would ultimately lose to COVID. With dreams of another championship ended, a new kind of heartbreak bestowed the Warriors. But Amityville regrouped, retooled, and waited. Waited for a chance to get back out onto the hardwood. And that call finally came a few weeks ago. With a renewed enthusiasm, Amityville looks to pick up where they left off. With a win in their opener versus Miller Place, Amityville debuts at home versus the Buccaneers of Islip. Will the Pirates ruin the home opener? Or will the Warriors put another W in the left column? Find out right now on the Amityville Broadcasting Network. And a good afternoon, everybody, and thank you so much for spending some time here with us this afternoon here on the Amityville Broadcasting Network, as we are about 8 minutes away from tip-off the home opener for the Amityville Warriors. I'm Matt Grice, joined by Greg Dickerson. We have Dina Wood pushing the buttons behind the scenes. Paul Cimino also helping us out on camera and with all of our tech issues and everything to get us on the air and keep us there. So, Greg, you used to be part of this team. You've been here a long time. You know them very well. This is a really good team. They were very disappointed last year when their season ended, but they couldn't be more excited to get going today.
Yeah, very excited. I can't wait to see you, the boys in action one last time.
And they're going to be doing it with a lot of their seniors from last year gone off to college, doing better things with their lives. They did not have a chance to try and get another ring. This year, same story in that there will be no state championships. There will be no overall Suffolk County championships, but there will be playoffs, and that is the expectation for this team to get to the playoffs.
Yeah, I'm very upset that there's no playoffs this year. There's no championships or playoffs. I'm really mad, but it is what it is.
And you're right, and I think that's the attitude that the team is taking also, as they did not know that they were going to have a season. In fact, because of COVID, their season was initially pushed back to start on January 2nd with practices and then games in that month. And then the decision was made by the state to shut all winter sports down except for track. But a few weeks ago, Coach Gordon Thomas of the Warriors and all the other coaches across Suffolk County and New York State received word that they would be allowed to have a modified season. So it's an 8-game schedule. It's not what these players are used to, but the Warriors are off to a good start after defeating Miller Place in their season opener on Tuesday.
Yeah, being Miller Place was a big win for them, but today against Islip, we'll see what they got against Islip today. They won 65-46.
So it was a convincing win for the Warriors, and Amityville really dominated that first quarter.
Yeah, they really did. At 15-4.
And after that, it slowly deteriorated, but Amityville went to their bench more and more. Ultimately, as Greg just told you, to that 65-46 win. This is a different year, according to Coach Thomas, in terms of his depth. He expects to use a lot of his bench. He's got a lot of people with experience, but he has some really good players coming up too. In fact, he has a freshman on his team this year who really got things going last week. A pleasant surprise. That was Christian Smiley. He can play forward, he can play guard, and in his debut as a 9th grader, he had 10 points against Miller Place. Well, Coach Thomas is very excited to have his season underway. And we had a chance to speak with him just a little while ago. Greg Dickerson sat down with Coach Thomas to get his thoughts on today.
What are some challenges you are expecting out of the season?
Some of the challenges, well, I would say because we haven't had a lot of time to really prepare, and a lot of the guys really didn't work out the way I thought they should be, I'm worried about injuries, all right? So I don't want them to come out there and just think they can go at 100% because we only had 5 practices really. So, and it takes time for your body to really get accustomed to the way we play, you know, because we like to play with high energy, as you know, fast breaking and pressure defense.
Okay, and also, how do you feel about the loss of your senior players from last year?
Oh wow, those guys, it's hard to replace them. All right, but we do have some up and coming, really good players, and hey, and we got buckets, Miles Goddard. So and then we got a newcomer in Elijah Kennedy, who actually was here when he was in eighth grade, as you know, and then he moved away, and then he just came back. And then we got some other good guys, DJ, we got Jay Sean, Caleb. Who else can I think of? Let me see. Uh, yeah, Talik, and then like I said, we got a really good freshman in. We have a really good freshman in Christian Smiley. He had a good game the last game, and he showed a lot of promise.
Okay, and how excited are you that you are to have a good season?
How upset am I?
How excited are
Oh,
you?
how excited am I to
Yeah,
have
how
a good season?
excited? Yeah,
Oh, well,
to have
hey,
a
you know
season.
the tradition in Amityville basketball here, so we really want to live up to where we left off. We were Suffolk County overall champions, we were small school champions, and we were league champions, and we were ready to go for Long Island to go upstate. So it's tough when you are a defending champion because you have a huge target on your back. All right, so we have to make sure that we defend our championships.
Okay. And we have a new rivalry with Middle Place over the most past few years. How nice was it to start with a win against them?
Oh, it's always great to start off with a win, but especially against Miller Place. The year before last, they beat us 3 games, okay? And I don't even want to go back and rehash them. But last year, we beat them. We paid them back with 3 wins and knocked them out of the playoffs. This year, starting off with a win over them was fantastic, and it was good for us. So we're ready for this game here today.
Okay. And one last question. What are your key to victories against Islip today?
Well, like I always tell the guys, we have to start off strong. Okay, we can't let them get the upper hand on us. So we have to play really good defense, execute our plays, play together, and I always talk about the 50-50 balls. And the 50-50 balls is when there's a ball on the floor, we got to get those. All right, so it's just about hustle, intensity, and enthusiasm.
All right, Greg, great job. That was your first coaches show, but you know Coach Gordon Thomas a long time as you were part of this team. Tell me quickly, what was that experience like for you a few years ago to get to go upstate for that championship?
Geez, it feels real good. It feels exciting. It was my first time going upstate with the team. Going up there with them was the most fun thing we ever had. And winning and seeing that court at the stadium, whew, it was a lot of fun.
Well, speaking of courts and stadiums, we have a brand new gym here. We got
Yes,
to
we
see
do.
its debut the other night when the Lady Warriors took to the court against Miller Place. And when this place is packed out with fans, I'm sure it's going to be rocking again because of COVID. We can't have fans yet, but we appreciate you being here with us on the Amityville Broadcasting Network. Last year, the Warriors were 23-2, 16-0 in the league, dominating. Their season gets cut short, though, in the playoffs. They were supposed to play a championship game against Elmont, and that's when COVID struck. March 15th, everything was shut down. Meanwhile, Islip comes in. They didn't have a great year last year, but they had a pretty good game first time around against Bayport Blue Point.
17-11. Oh wait, I mean 56-54.
So they actually got off to a good start with right off the bat, but they couldn't hold on, and Islip falls short. Last year they were 3-18 and 0-15 in the league. So as a result, this is a team that's looking to rebuild. They're going to have a tough challenge today as they take on a juggernaut in the Amityville Warriors. Well, we have tip-off coming up in just a moment. Don't go anywhere as we have all the coverage for you right here on the Amityville Broadcasting Network.
If you are sick with COVID-19 or think you might have it, take steps to help protect other people from getting sick. Stay home except to get medical care. Call the doctor before visiting. Separate yourself from others who live with you. Wear a mask to protect others. Cover your coughs and sneezes with a tissue and clean your hands right away. Avoid sharing items with other people in your home. This includes things like towels and bedding. Be sure dishes are washed in hot water or the dishwasher before anyone else uses them. Stay aware of how you feel. If you start to have difficulty breathing, or if you're worried about your health, call your doctor. For more tips, visit cdc.gov.
This is the Warriors basketball pregame show on the Amityville Broadcasting Network.
And we wrap up our pregame coverage here on the Amityville Broadcasting Network, and we are all set for tip-off as the players are getting set. Final instructions are being given by the coaches. You can see the way that they're doing things. The benches look very different than they have in the past. Social distancing rules apply. All the athletes have been tested every day to make sure that everyone is safe. We also have the cheerleaders here today, which is a great addition to this sport and to the school, and the fact that they get to perform as well. We're slowly getting back to normal here. But for the Warriors, it's all business in just a few minutes as they get set to take on the Islip Buccaneers. We'll go through the starting lineups right now. Starting with the Islip Buccaneers, the road team. We mentioned they coming off a 3-18 season, 0-15 in their league. And in their first game a couple of days ago, they took on Bayport Blue Point, hosted them at their home court. Bayport Blue Point got off to a better start, 17-11 in the first quarter. But Islip fought back and ended up losing by 2 points, 56-54. Islip does come in top heavy in their starters when it comes to upperclassmen. Let's take a look at who they are. Tommy May, number 1 for Islip. Also number 2, Vinny Rosselli. Number 3, Webster Gabidon. Number 10, Nick Youngerkiss. And number 35, Lars Heimlich. Now we'll take a look at the Amityville Warriors starting lineup. Starting at guard, number 11, Elijah Kennedy. At forward, number 3, Caleb Fix Stallings. The other guard position, number 4, DJ Sinclair. At forward, number 21, Deshaun Elliott. And the star and the leader of this team, he's been on this team since he was a freshman, part of that state championship. Number 24, Miles Goddard. And no one is more excited for the opportunity to be back out here than him. This is a student athlete who has an opportunity to continue his career next year in college. And he was playing in leagues outside of school while everything was shut down, just to keep himself in shape, to keep himself sharp, and to keep the scouts on him also. Right now, we're going to ask you to stand along with us as we get set for the national anthem.
We pledge allegiance instead. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, with liberty and justice for all.
So normally we have the national anthem usually performed by a student or recording, but limiting the amount of people coming into the gym today, instead with some technical difficulties. Pledge of Allegiance, we pay tribute to our country, and that's what's important. So we are all set to get the home portion of the Warriors season underway, and this is the first time that they get to play in their brand new gymnasium. You can see it on the screen. It is a beautiful facility. It's a lot bigger than the old one. It holds a lot more fans, and once this place gets packed out, it is going to be an incredible atmosphere. For now, the fans are simply the cheerleaders and the teachers and supervisors that are here. and of course the players on both benches as they remained socially distant. Both teams line up at center court for the opening tip. It'll be Miles Goddard jumping against Nick Youngerkiss. Nick Youngerkiss is senior, so is Goddard. Goddard with a slight height advantage. Final instructions being given by the officials here. And we are all set for basketball here at Amityville High School. Opening tip won by Miles Goddard, and the Warriors are in business. DJ Sinclair passing it down low. It's Fig Stallings. He lays it up and in, and the Warriors up to a quick start. Full court press on Amityville. Good job by the Bucks to break it. Dribbling in the paint, up with the shot with the left hand. It's good. Lars Heimlich, the sophomore, answers right back for Islip. Warriors bring the ball up the court. It's Sinclair. Sinclair finds Goddard in the paint, quadruple teamed, and he is called for the travel. Early turnover for the Warriors. 2-2, 7:25 to go here in the first quarter. Warriors will have two guards pressing in the backcourt. Now Goddard joins them. Inbound near baseline. Rosselli brings the ball up the court. Passes it over to Gabidon. Gabidon double teamed by the sideline. And almost a steal. Good hustle by DJ Sinclair. Ball goes out of bounds, but the Buccaneers will retain possession. It'll be Tommy May, senior, inbounding the ball right in front of us here at midcourt. Rosselli crosses the timeline, throws it right side to Gabidon. Gabidon tries a bounce pass, and Goddard, playing soccer, kicks it out of bounds. Shot clock will not reset, but the Buccaneers will keep possession. 2-2, just over 7 to play here in the first quarter. Warriors and Buccaneers. Tommy May inbounds midcourt, far sidelines. Rosselli hands it over to Gabidon. Gabidon tries to throw a pass in the paint. It's tipped away and stolen by Amityville. Warriors have the ball. Three-pointer, too strong, doesn't go. Loose ball for the rebound, out of bounds, and that will go off of Gabidon. So the Warriors will get it back with a fresh shot clock. 2-2, 6:50 to go here in the first. Sinclair will inbound as the officials chase down the basketball. This game's off to a fast pace here. Not a lot of scoring early on. Ball is inbounded to Kennedy. Kennedy wearing number 11 at home, number 0 on the road this season. That pass is picked off. Rosselli has it. Rosselli crosses midcourt, double teamed by the Warriors. Over to Gabidon, thinks about a three, instead drives in the paint, looking for help. We get a whistle and a travel. So both teams called for early travels. Gabidon, the victim on that one. Goddard called earlier. Still 2-2, just under 6.5 to play here in the first. Sinclair, left wing, dribbles, top of the key. Now it's Elliott. Elliott finds Kennedy. Kennedy drives into paint, and we get another travel. So another turnover for the Warriors, and you have to wonder if this might be the result of the fact that they have had 5 practices before their season started because of the postponement due to COVID. Good job by the Bucks, breaking the press. Right wing, it's Rosselli. Top of the key, May, back to Rosselli. Puts up a three-pointer. No good. Goddard pulls down the rebound. Miles Goddard had a double-double in the last contest, including 15 rebounds as he hands off to Sinclair. Sinclair in between the circles. Finds Elliott. Shot won't go. Rebound underneath. Good hustle by Goddard getting there. Fig Stallings battling underneath as well, and we get a whistle and a foul called on the Warriors. It will be called on Caleb Fig Stallings. He had 4 points in the last contest against Miller Place, and he's known for doing the little things well. He does those things that are really necessary to help a team win, not necessarily front and center on the scoreboard. Here's a wide open look by Nick Youngerkiss. It won't go, and the Warriors pull down the rebound. Still 2-2, 5:30 to go in the first quarter. Sinclair sends it over to Kennedy. Fig Stallings, back to Kennedy. Elliott puts up the shot, won't go. Rebound pulled down in the paint by Fig Stallings. That won't go. And we remain at 2-2 as a fast break by Roselli. One-on-one, goes up with the shot. No good. Rebound pulled down by Fig Stallings, and the Warriors will come back the other way. Pushing the tempo now. Amityville driving into the lane. And it's out of bounds, but last touch by the Buccaneers. Two, just under 3 minutes played here in the first quarter. Kennedy will inbound underneath his own basket. And tries to force a pass to Fig Stalling. It's tipped away. Amityville is able to pick up the loose ball. It's a battle underneath. Islip's able to come down with it. It's May. May hands it off to Gabidon, goes up to the basket, and he's fouled. Foul is called on Sean Fields. Sean Fields had a big game for the Warriors on Tuesday. He scored 8 points, but his foul will send Webster Gabidon, the senior, to the free throw line to shoot a pair. Still tied 2-2, 4:41 to go in the first quarter. First free throw is up and good. So Gabidon converts as Islip takes a 3-2 lead. Gabidon up with the second and drains them both. So Islip up to an early 4-2 lead, 4:41 to go in the first quarter. Sinclair crosses midcourt in between the circles. Holding on to the ball. Finds Elliott. Elliott to Goddard. Shot won't go. Rebound underneath. Put up by Fig Stallings, and the Warriors tie it up. Islip on a fast break. Loose ball, left wing. Islip able to recover, and we get a traveling violation. Lars Heimlich called for the travel. So both teams have been hit with 2 travels here early on. Score remains tied at 4 as we approach the halfway point of the first quarter. Sinclair, right wing. Hands it over to Elliott. Whistle in the paint. And looks like they're going to call a foul on Islip. Goddard frustrated. He was looking to drive to the basket. And we get our first substitute of the game. Jamison Seeger comes in. Nick Youngerkiss, the senior, will take a seat. Inbound pass. It's Elliott. Throws it in the paint. Looking for help. Gets the ball back. Top of the key. It's Fig Stallings. Shot strong. Won't go. Rebound. Pulled down by Vinny Rosselli. We're all tied up at 4 as the Warriors with backcourt pressure. And DJ Sinclair will be called for the foul. Not a typical start to an Amityville Warriors basketball game, as they are known for their potent offense. Islip doing a good job defensively, also doing a good job on the defensive glass, as Roselli sends it right wing to Gabidon. Gabidon looking for help. Back in between the circles, it's Roselli. Roselli throws it around the world to May. May puts up the long tray, won't go. Rebound, pulled down by Heimlich. Sent back out to the near baseline, and Goddard intercepts the pass. Sinclair will take his time bringing the ball up for the Warriors. 4-4, just over 3 to play in the first quarter. Looking for help. Finds Kennedy. Kennedy in between the circles, right wing. Three-pointer up, no good by Sinclair. Rebound loose in the paint. Amityville's able to pull it down. It's Kennedy. Can't go up with the shot. Rebound, Goddard. He's able to get the putback. 6-4, Warriors in front. 2:48 to go in the first quarter. Islip looking to respond. May, bounce pass over to Gabidon. Right wing, long three-pointer, air ball for Roselli. May comes over and grabs the rebound. We get a whistle, and a turnover. Amityville will get the ball back with 2:29 to go in the first quarter and a 2-point lead. Kennedy, he was the leading scorer for the Warriors in their last contest against Miller Place, 16 points, including 4 3-pointers, and the Warriors can be deadly from downtown. Sinclair trying to find some help. Forces a pass into the paint, and it's stolen by Gabadon. Gabadon pushing the tempo. Corner, drives to the basket. Low block, swatted away by Goddard, and the Warriors are able to save it. Good hustle by DJ Sinclair, but an ill-advised pass up the court, but it goes off a purple jersey and out of bounds. Warriors will keep possession up by 2, just over 2 to play here in the first quarter. Kennedy will inbound far sideline, right in front of press row. Tosses it over to Sinclair. Sinclair crosses the timeline in between the circles. Guarded by Rosselli. Drives in the lane, and Kennedy gets on the board for the Warriors, his first 2 of the game. That makes it 8-4, 1:40 to play here in the first quarter. Islip looking to respond. Good effort by Webster Gabadon as he drives to the basket. Foul on the floor, but the foul is called before Gabadon goes up for the shot. So Islip will inbound into the basket. So we get a substitute here. Seeger comes out of the game. Younger Kiss back in this contest for Islip. Gabadon, right wing. Over to Rosselli, left wing. Puts the ball on the court, top of the key. Hands off to Gabadon, puts up a long 3, strong, and the rebound's pulled down by Kennedy. Kennedy pushing the tempo, running up near sideline. Kennedy, wide open 3-pointer from the wing. Won't go. Rebound, pulled down by Goddard. Make that Fig Stallings. Back to Kennedy. Kennedy behind the back dribble, almost loses the handle. Now it's stolen away by Rosselli. Rosselli all by himself, up with the left hand, and good as we are just under a minute here in the first quarter. 8-6, Amityville with the lead, and that ends a 6-0 run by Amityville. Sinclair drives in the lane, instead kicks it back out to a wide open Kennedy, decides not to take the shot. Mario Pinder in the game now for the Warriors. He's wearing number 12, as up with the left hand, Caleb Fig Stallings gets on the board for Amityville. 32 seconds to go, Warriors up by 4, and Goddard comes down with the steal. Shot clock is turned off. Goddard fires into the paint to Fig Stallings. Back out into the corner for a 3-pointer. Rattles around, won't go. There's the tip. Doesn't go in, but the Warriors still have the ball. It's Goddard up with the shot and the foul. 12-6, Warriors in front, and they'll get a chance for a 3-point play as we have 17.8 seconds to go here in the first quarter. For Goddard, that's his second field goal of the day, as DJ Sinclair takes a breather. Lars Heimlich takes a seat as Jamison Seeger comes back into the game. Miles Goddard looking to complete the 3-point play. Free throw is up, and it's strong. Rebound pulled down by Tommy May. 15 seconds to go. Warriors with a 6-point lead. Rosselli taking his time. Far side of the court, under 10. Rosselli, right wing. Rosselli almost loses the handle. 3 seconds left, 2 seconds out of bounds. Islip keeps it, but there's 0.3 seconds on the clock. Probably not enough time to get a shot off. Inbounds, and the buzzer sounds before the shot goes off. Good effort by Gabadon, but that's the end of the first quarter of action here as the Amityville Warriors opened up a 6-point lead. It's 12-6 here on the Amityville Broadcasting Network.
If you are sick with COVID-19 or think you might have it, take steps to help protect other people from getting sick. Stay home except to get medical care. Call the doctor before visiting. Separate yourself from others who live with you. Wear a mask to protect others. Cover your coughs and sneezes with a tissue and clean your hands right away. Avoid sharing items with other people in your home. This includes things like towels and bedding. Be sure dishes are washed in hot water or the dishwasher before anyone else uses them. Stay aware of how you feel. If you start to have difficulty breathing, or if you are worried about your health, call your doctor. For more tips, visit cdc.gov.
This is Abdul Diallo, forward for the Amityville Warriors. You are watching Warriors basketball on the Amityville Broadcasting Network.
And welcome back to Amityville Memorial High School as we get set for the second quarter of action here. Warriors up 12-6 on Islip. Islip starts off with the ball. It's Vinny Rosselli, brings the ball up the court, passes it right side to Gabadon, back to Rosselli. Gabadon, Rosselli playing catch right now. Rosselli thinks about a shot, finds May. May forces a pass into the paint. It's kicked. Warriors thought they had a turnover, but instead, Islip will get the ball back. And the officials are probably going over to reset the shot clock as it was reset when it appeared Amityville was taking over possession. 12-6, 7:43 to go here in the second quarter. Christian Smiley, the freshman guard, he remains out on the court. Didn't start today, but played a big role in the last game. 10 points in his varsity debut in Tuesday's contest at Miller Place. Miller Place, a team the Warriors have built quite the rivalry with over the last few years. 2 seasons ago, Miller Place defeated Amityville 3 times, including ending their season in the postseason. The Warriors got their revenge last year, returning the favor with 3 victories, including the dagger in the playoffs. We're back underway here as Rosselli has it in between the circles. Now it's May, back to Rosselli. Rosselli hands it over to Gabadon. To Rosselli, 7 on the shot clock. Double teamed, pass over to Gabadon. 2 on the shot clock, puts up the shot, won't go. Rebound, Warriors. Vic Stallings pulls it down, finds Goddard. Goddard hands it over to Vic Stallings, who's trapped on the left wing, but he's able to find Kennedy for some help. Now, driving in the lane, Justin Thorne, who's in off the bench. Shot put up and drained by the freshman Christian Smiley, and the Warriors go up 14-6 with 7 to go until halftime. Islip finds a wide open Gabadon, puts up the uncontested shot, it won't go. Loose ball in the paint, and the rebound is pulled down by Caleb Vic Stallings. Now Kennedy pushing the tempo, right wing. Finds Vic Stallings, he drives the lane. Off the back of the rim, loose ball in the paint, we get a jump ball. Possession arrow favors the Warriors, so they will keep possession, leading 14-6. This game started off rather slow. In fact, it was 2-2 for a while before Islip had a pair of free throws, went up 4-2. Amityville went on a 6-0 run. Islip answered back, but Amityville right now currently on a 6-0 run of their own and looking to add to that as the pass is sent into Smiley. Back to Kennedy. Kennedy looking for help, finds Thorne for a wide open 3, and he sinks it from the top of the key. 17-6 Warriors, 6:25 to go until the half. And fast break for Jamison Seeger, and he's able to lay it up and in. 17-8, 6:10 to go here in the second quarter. Justin Thorne taking over the point guard duties for the Warriors. He passes it to Kennedy. Kennedy, bounce pass, far side, it's Smiley. Back to Kennedy. Kennedy for the tray. Strong. Rebound, loose. Kicked out to the far left wing. Good hustle by Thornton, but he steps on the line, out of bounds. Possession to the Bucks. 17-8, just under 6 to play until half. Warriors pulling off the press. Rosselli brings the ball up the court, in between the circles. Guarded by Thornton. Finds Gabadon, playing on the left side this time, and we get a whistle and a timeout on the floor. Coach Thomas would like to talk things over with his team, or make that the Buccaneers calling the timeout. Jamie Lynch, head coach of the Bucks, calling the timeout, trying to settle his players down. We talked about how last year this team didn't do as well as they wanted to do. The Buccaneers finished 0 in the league, 3 wins overall, but they had a really good start in their first contest a couple of days ago against Bayport Blue Point, falling just short, losing by 2, a final score of 56-54. Amityville, meanwhile, comes into this season with high expectations, a lot of pressure, and as Coach Thomas talked about in the pregame show, a target on their back. But you embrace that. If you want to be the best, you have to expect that the rest of the league is going to want to come at you. And with an 8-game modified schedule, every single game has so much importance, and the Warriors are looking to make a deep run in a modified postseason that we'll break down for you in just a little bit. Islip inbounds the ball. Here's a long 3 by Tommy May. It's short and trickles out of bounds at the far baseline. Warriors will take over. Amityville with a 17-8 lead. Just under 5.5 to play in the first half. Justin Thornton continues to be the point guard for the Warriors, quarterbacking this team. Warriors cycling. Pass left side to Fig Stallings. Now it's the freshman Smiley. We get a whistle on the floor. And looks like a foul on Islip, a push. And the Warriors will inbound under the basket. Inbound pass, shot, won't go. Rebound pulled down by Rosselli. Rosselli brings it up himself. Guarded by Kennedy. Gets it across the half-court line. Taking it all the way in the paint himself. Great move, ball won't go. Bodies pile up on the floor. And we get a whistle as Justin Thornton hit the ground hard, but he appears to be okay. And we're going to see some substitutes here, it looks like. Kennedy gets his first break of the contest. Isaiah Liberato, the junior, he will enter the contest in place of Kennedy. Thornton continuing to quarterback this offense. 17-8, Warriors in front. Floater pass to Goddard, but they're going to call a foul on Miles Goddard. They're saying he pushed off to get to that ball. Goddard doesn't like the call, and Islip takes over. Couple of turnovers, missed opportunities for the Warriors last couple possessions, but Islip has not been able to capitalize and eat into this Warrior lead. Currently standing at 9, their biggest lead of the game. Amityville right now is currently on a 9-0 run. Oh, scratch that. They were on a 9-0 run, but the last bucket did come from Jamison Seeger. So the Bucks will inbound. Full court to go. No press by the Warriors as they patiently await. Islip bringing the ball up. It's Vinny Rosselli. He had 7 points in Islip's first game. Gabadon has it near baseline. Drives in the paint. Up with the right hand. Shot won't go, but a foul is called. And Gabadon will go to the charity stripe to shoot a pair. Good hustle by Gabadon, driving to the paint. In fact, he did that earlier in the game also and earned a trip to the free throw line where he drained both free throws. He keeps his streak alive now as he hits the first of 2. So Gabadon 3 for 3 from the line. The second shot, perfect. 17-10, 4:35 to go in the second quarter. Thornton brings the ball up the court, in between the circles. Moves left side, dribbles, finds the freshman Smiley, puts up a long 3, and drains it. I think the Warriors have found something special here as they go up 20-10, their largest lead of the game, 4:15 to go in the second quarter. Whitehouse in the game now for Islip. Gabadon puts up the uncontested 3 air ball. Goddard with the rebound. Goddard pushing the tempo. Now decides to slow things down. Passes it over to Liberato. Shot put up in the corner by Thornton. Won't go. Here comes Rosselli on a fast break. And it's swatted away by Goddard. No foul is called, but it's out of bounds on the Warriors. Great hustle by Miles Goddard to get back there and smack the ball out of the hands of Vinny Rosselli. Islip keeps possession. Vaselli has it, right wing. Goes around the screen, drives to the lane himself, puts up a 10-footer, won't go, too strong off the backboard. Here comes Goddard, another rebound, taking it himself, drives to the basket, and they are going to call a foul on Islip. Islip's coach looking for the charge on that one. The official's trying to explain that it appeared the feet were still moving from the defender. So conversation continues on the far sideline, but the Warriors keep the ball. (20-10), Warriors with their biggest lead of the game. Islip has had a couple 4-0 runs in this game, but in between that, Amityville's had a 9-0 run and a 6-0 run, and that is the difference in the ball game up to this point. It was a slow start for both teams, a couple of turnovers, but I think we can expect to see that, the travels, some sloppy play as both of these schools have had a week to get ready for this season. They will get sharper as the season moves on. As here is a wide open three-pointer by Fig Stallings. It doesn't go, but good hustle by Liberato. And we get a whistle and a turnover, and Islip will get the ball back. 20-10, 3:24 until the half. Gabidon brings the ball up the court. Finds Whitehouse. Whitehouse into the corner. It's Frazier. He puts up a shot. Frazier in the game for the first time tonight. That won't go. Thornton, fast break, down the court for Amityville. Finds Smiley. He puts up a three, but we get a whistle and a travel on Thornton. Another turnover for the Warriors, and Islip gets possession. 20-10, 3:06 to play in the half. So Gabidon takes over point guard duties as Rosselli takes a breather. May has it right wing. Double teamed, sends it in the corner to Frazier. Frazier back to Gabidon. Gabidon has it stripped by Thornton, but we get a whistle and a foul. They're going to call a push on Thornton. So Islip will keep the ball. 2:52 to go here in the first half. Gabidon goes to the line as the Warriors are over their team limit in fouls. Gabidon so far today, 4 for 4 from the charity stripe. And there's his first miss. Loose ball in the paint. Warriors come down with it. Here comes Goddard, pushing the tempo. Finds Smiley, kicks it back out beyond the arc. It's Fig Stallings. He takes it to the hoop himself, and he's called for the travel. 20-10, 2:41 to go. Gabidon in between the circles. Picks up his dribble. 15-footer, air ball. Might have been tipped by the Warriors. Islip gets it back. In the corner, it's Frazier. Frazier looking for help. Left wing, it's Gabidon. Gabidon guarded by Thornton. Playing catch with Tommy May. Finds Frazier. Frazier dribbles right to center of court. Back to May. 3 on the shot clock. May drives in the lane, puts up the floater, and it's good as the shot clock expires. 20-12, Warriors on top. Thornton across the timeline, taking it himself and tackled from behind as Frazier showing some sportsmanship and pulls Thornton back to his feet. Good move by Thornton, but probably a smart foul by Frazier as Thornton had momentum. He was driving to the basket, and it didn't seem like anything was going to stop him. Goddard will inbound for the Warriors, right in front of us, near sideline. He finds Thornton, right wing, crossover dribble, drives in the lane, passes it. That gets tipped by Liberato. Now it's Goddard from the free throw line. That doesn't go. Loose ball, paint. Bucks have it. Pushing the tempo, it's Seeger. Seeger thinks about driving all the way to the hoop, loses the handle on the ball. It's smacked away by the Warriors. They have a fast break the other way, and the layup is missed by Thornton. The ball is out of bounds. The Warriors will keep possession. Thornton can't believe he missed it, but Amityville will get another crack at it as there's a timeout on the floor. A minute 21 to go here in the first half. Warriors with an 8-point lead. Some really good news for the Amityville Warriors boys basketball program as the Suffolk County Sports Hall of Fame inducted their newest member for the 2021 year. There was a delay on that announcement, and there's going to be a delay on the ceremony because of COVID. But two former Warriors get in. Randy Givens, who played at Amityville High School and was also a Florida State University track star, and an Olympian and NCAA champion. Pretty big deal. But also on the basketball side of things, Jason Frazier, Amityville High School alumni, played at Villanova University under Jay Wright, and he got to coach in the NBA with the Phoenix Suns. So a well-earned honor for two former Warriors, Jason Frazier, Randy Givens. Congratulations, you are now officially in the Suffolk Sports Hall of Fame. Back underway here, three-pointer put up by Smiley, won't go. Warriors get their own rebound. Smiley drives to the basket and draws the foul, and he will go to the line to shoot a pair. 20-12, Warriors in front. 74 seconds to go in the second quarter. So the Hall of Fame actually postponed its class of 2020 induction because of the pandemic. They're going to honor both the 2020 and the 2021 class at the same time as the first free throw falls for Smiley. The Hall of Fame is still actually developing plans for an event that should be on May 12th. It will probably be held virtually, but again, Jason Frazier and Randy Givens, two former Warriors, will get the honor of joining the Suffolk Sports Hall of Fame. Smiley misses the second shot as we approach the 1 minute mark here of the first half. Driving in the paint is Rosselli, who's back onto the court. It doesn't go. Smiley taking it himself. Instead, hands it off to Ficken Stallings, and we get a travel. I don't have the stats in front of me, but that has to be the 6th travel for the Amityville Warriors. And they've all come under the same situation, driving to the basket. So you have to like the aggressiveness that the Warriors are showing, but they need to keep the ball on the court. As here's a three-pointer from the near baseline, air ball from Gabadon. Warriors pull down the rebound. Here comes Thornton. Thornton has it in between the circles, kicks it out to Smiley. Smiley dribbles once, gives it to Fig Stalling. Fig Stalling drives in the paint. Here's a pass on a forced shot by Isaiah Liberato. It doesn't go, but we get a whistle and a foul, so Liberato will get a chance to shoot a pair. 30.6 seconds to go here in the first half. Shot clock is turned off. 21-12. Scoring has come in spurts in this game. As here's the first of two. Too strong. Mentioned the Warriors have a lot of expectations to make the playoffs this year, but the playoffs will be a modified format. Here's the second free throw. That's also strong. And we get another whistle. And waiting to see what the call is, but I might be calling a lane violation here. So back to the line is Liberato. He gets another crack at it. And the shot is up. And Liberato 0 for 3 from the freebie line. 25 seconds to go. Shot clock turned off. Here's Rosselli to May. Over to Gabadon. Gabadon finds Rosselli. Wide open three. Baseline. Air ball. Won't go. 13 seconds left. Warriors pushing the tempo, but we get a whistle in the backcourt as Liberato hits the ground hard. A foul, and both teams will take the walk to the right side, where back to the free throw line goes Isaiah Liberato. He's 0 for his last 3, looking to have a reversal of fortune here. The first free throw is up on the 1-and-1 attempt as Islip is over their limit. Here's a three-pointer by Thornton, and he drains it with 6 seconds to go. 24-12, 3 seconds. Islip trying one more chance. Here's a three by Rosselli, and he drains it at the buzzer. Back-to-back three-pointers exchanged by the two teams, and that's how we end the first half on quite an exciting note. But the Warriors have a 24-14 lead as we reach halftime here at Amityville Memorial High School. But don't go anywhere, as the halftime show is coming up next here on the Amityville Broadcasting Network.
We are strong, we are resilient, and we will get through this together. But these are stressful times, and it's important to also practice good self-care. It's normal to feel overwhelmed, anxious, or afraid, but there is hope. Reach out to someone, connect with your friends, stay in touch with your community, and know that you are not alone. Learn more at wearebroadcasters.com/hope. Furnished by the National Association of Broadcasters and this station.
Somos fuertes, somos resilientes y superaremos esto juntos. Pero son tiempos estresantes y es importante practicar también un buen cuidado personal. Es normal sentirse abrumado, sin embargo, hay esperanza. Comuníquese con alguien, conéctese con sus amigos, manténgase en contacto con su comunidad y sepa que no está solo. Obtenga más información en wearebroadcasters.com/hope. Gentileza de la National Association of Broadcasters y de esta estación.
Si está enfermo con el COVID-19 o cree que podría haberlo contraído, tome medidas para ayudar a proteger a las personas para que no se enfermen. Quédese en casa, excepto para buscar atención médica. Llame al médico antes de ir. Apártese de las demás personas que vivan con usted. Use una mascarilla para proteger a los demás. Cúbrase la nariz y la boca con un pañuelo desechable cuando tosa o estornude y lávese las manos inmediatamente. Evite compartir artículos con otras personas de su casa. Esto incluye toallas y sábanas, por ejemplo. Asegúrese de que los platos se laven en agua caliente o en la lavadora automática de platos antes de que alguien más los use. Preste atención a cómo se siente. Si empieza a tener dificultad para respirar o está preocupado por su salud, llame al médico. Para más información visite cdc.gov/coronavirus-es.
This is Ty John Billinger, point guard for the Amityville Warriors, and you are watching Warriors basketball on the Amityville Broadcasting Network.
This is the Warriors Basketball Halftime Show on the Amityville Broadcasting Network.
And welcome back to the Amityville Broadcasting Network. Matt Grice, Greg Dickerson, here with you on the halftime show as the Amityville Warriors have opened up a 10-point lead. They lead Islip 24-14. That was a pretty exciting first half, Greg, as it started out a little slow. Amityville built up a little bit of a lead and ended on a very exciting note.
Yeah. Really exciting in the first quarter and first half. You know, these boys is amazing. We'll see what they can do in the second half.
One of the things I'm sure Coach Thomas will be talking about with his team, and actually Coach Lynch will probably be having the same conversation, a lot of turnovers, a lot of traveling violations called in the first half. Greg, do you think that might be because they've only practiced for 5 days? Now, you've been part of this team. Can you be ready for a full season at your best after 5 days of practice?
Yeah, it's hard to see that because last year they did a whole year of practice, but now doing 5 years of practice, 5 days of practice, it's hard, but they can push through it.
So we talked about how the season's going to be only 8 games long, which means every game holds a lot more weight. It's almost like a playoff game. Why don't we talk a little bit about what the playoff system is going to look like? So here's how they're going to do it, Greg. On February 26th and February 27th, and I know you might be thinking, that's crazy, we just started, but that's how quick this season's going to be played, and the playoffs will only be played over 2 days. It will involve 16 teams in 4 separate tournaments based on the size of the schools, of course. The first and second place finishers in League 1 and 2 qualify for one tournament, and the first and second place finishers in League 3 and 4 qualify for another one, and so on and so forth. So there are playoffs because there was a lot of concern that that would not happen this year. But unlike previous years, there will be 4 county champions crowned, and there will not be a single overall Suffolk County champion this year. So let me ask you, Greg, being in the locker room, being in the huddle with these guys in the past, do you think it matters to them that they don't go to states, or all they care about is winning out and getting that title at the end?
For them, it doesn't really matter to them. All that matters is winning and working as a team. That's all that matters to them.
So let's take a look at the first half, shall we?
Sure.
So things started off at a very slow pace. The Warriors came out with a field goal, and getting things started, Caleb Big Stallings gets the Warriors on the board. And then Islip answers immediately back as their junior leader, I should say, Vinny Rosselli, point guard, who really played a really good first half, a lot of hustle, a lot of energy, had to come out of the game for a little while to take a breather because he was tired from so many fast breaks, but he gets a bucket, and it's 2-2, and that's where it stayed for a while because of some turnovers, some fouls. Were you surprised, Greg, at the slow start that both of these teams had offensively?
Yes. Really, yes.
So their senior leader, guard Webster Gabidon, would get to the charity stripe, sink both free throws, and Islip found themselves on a 4-0 run and a 4-2 lead. But then Amityville would finally get things clicking offensively. They would go on a 6-0 run of their own. And that would get started with Fig Stallings. So he was the only scorer for Amityville at first. Those were his only points of the first half. And then their leader, Miles Goddard, they call him Buckets. He comes back with a field goal, and then it's capped off by Elijah Kennedy, who, interesting story for Elijah. Elijah actually was here in 8th grade, and he left Amityville. So they missed out on him the last few years. But now he's back. He's a junior. Scored 16 points in the last game on Tuesday against Miller Place. He was Amityville's leading scorer. He gets his first 2 points as a Warrior here at home in the new gym. So Amityville goes on a 6-0 run. That run is snapped by Vinny Rosselli. And then Amityville goes on a tear as they score a lot of points in a row.
9-0.
9-0 run. And that's how basketball is won. It's a game of runs. And the teams that can have more consistent and better runs are going to pull ahead. And at the end of this 9-0 run, this is where the Warriors finally started to build up a little bit of a lead. That run went from the end of the first quarter also into the second quarter, but started with Fig Stallings getting, I know I mentioned before he had 4 points, but he actually had 6 points in the first half. And Miles Goddard would drive to the basket, earn a really tough field goal, and draw a foul. He'd go to the free throw line, couldn't convert on the three-point play. But then a breath of fresh air from the bench. Somebody new to this team, a freshman, had a great game for the Warriors in their first contest against Miller Place. And I'm talking, of course, about Christian Smiley. 10 points in his varsity debut. He comes off the bench today. He scores a field goal for the Warriors. That run is capped off by Justin Thornton, who comes off the bench for DJ Sinclair as he drains a three-pointer. Then Smiley comes back again with a three-pointer. Greg, how much fun is it to see a freshman not only getting a chance to play in a varsity game, but having such an impact right away?
Amazing. It's amazing, guys. It's amazing to see this freshman do his second debut on the team. And this young man is talented and amazing. I would like to see how he does for the rest of the year.
So Smiley actually has 6 points altogether in the first half. He would draw a foul and hit 1 of 2 free throws after that, and accounted for 6 of 9 Warrior points up to that point. But give credit to Islip. They refused to go away, led by their trio of guards, Tommy May, Vinny Rosselli, and Webster Gabidon. But the end of the second quarter ends with a lot of excitement as off the bench, Justin Thornton hits a three-pointer with 6 seconds to go. You thought it was over, but again, the Buccaneers, great hustle down the court. And at the buzzer, a three-pointer is hit by Vinny Rosselli. That was some exciting basketball, an exciting way to end the first half.
It really was.
It really was. And that's where we're at right now as we are just a minute or so away from the start of the third quarter here at Amityville Memorial High School inside this brand new, beautiful gymnasium. At the half, the Warriors out in front by 10. It's 24-14. Don't go anywhere. Second half action coming up next, right here on the Amityville Broadcasting Network.
If you are sick with COVID-19 or think you might have it, take steps to help protect other people from getting sick. Stay home except to get medical care. Call the doctor before visiting. Separate yourself from others who live with you. Wear a mask to protect others. Cover your coughs and sneezes with a tissue and clean your hands right away. Avoid sharing items with other people in your home. This includes things like towels and bedding. Be sure dishes are washed in hot water or the dishwasher before anyone else uses them. Stay aware of how you feel. If you start to have difficulty breathing, or if you're worried about your health, call your doctor. For more tips, visit cdc.gov.
This is Deshaun Elliott, position forward for the Amityville Warriors basketball team, and you're listening to Warriors basketball on the Amityville Broadcasting Network.
24-14 as we get set to start the third quarter here on the Amityville Broadcasting Network. Matt Grice, Greg Dickerson, Dina Wood, Paul Cimino, all helping out today as we bring you full coverage, and appreciate you joining us here, as we know you cannot be here in person due to COVID, but hopefully we can recreate as much of the experience for you as possible. Tommy May, senior guard, inbounds the ball to get things started here in the second half. Roselli in between the circles, finds Gabidon. Gabidon driving to the hoop, but he runs into a couple of trees as the ball swatted away, and it looks like Islip will keep possession as the ball goes out of bounds, but good defense by Amityville. May will inbound under the basket. 12 seconds has gone by here in the second half. Islip setting up their play. May has the ball. Tries to get it in bounds, and it goes off of a Warrior. It looks like it goes off of Deshaun Elliott. So, same thing, different location. Islip inbounds from the far baseline. They throw it all the way into the backcourt to escape the swarming defense of the Warriors. May has it, corner. Thinking about a three-pointer was Gabidon. Instead, kicks it back out to the top of the key to Roselli. Driving into the basket, it's Heimlich. Puts up a shot and drains it. Good start here for Islip. And a turnover on the inbounds pass, and a quick back-to-back points. Great hustle by Lars Heimlich. Warriors not paying attention, and it's 24-18 with 7:20 to go in the third quarter. Here's a three-pointer now by Elliott. That won't go. Battle for the ball in the paint, and a shot by Caleb Fig-Stallings. We get a whistle, and it looks like he's going to get a chance to shoot a pair. So Lars Heimlich, who's a 10th grader, but if Islip wants to have any chance of success this year, he's going to need to get going. 10 points in his last game, including 3 three-pointers. Quiet in the first half, but a quick start here in the second as he drains a 10-footer as the first free throw by Fig-Stalling rims out. He drains a 10-footer, and then the Warriors not paying attention, a sloppy inbounds pass, and Heimlich never left. He just stayed there, intercepted the pass, and went right back up with the shot. So what was a 10-point halftime lead has been cut to 6. Second free throw falls, ending the 4-0 run by Islip. Now the Warriors are pressing. Heimlich has it, sends it over to Gabidon. Gabidon drives in the paint, almost swatted away, shot won't go. Warriors pull down the loose ball. Kennedy has it. Over to DJ Sinclair, who started the game at the point guard position. He was replaced in the second quarter by Justin Thornton, who's now on the bench. Sinclair with the shot, won't go. Rebound on the floor, loose. Warriors still have it. It's Kennedy. Kennedy dribbles back out to the right wing. Sinclair with a fresh shot clock, hands it off to Goddard. Goddard from the top right elbow finds Elliott, puts up the shot, and it's good. A three-pointer for Deshaun Elliott. And the Warriors go up 28-18. 6:18 to go here in the third. Rosselli loses the handle on the crossover dribble. We get a kicked ball, but it's kicked by the Bucks. And the Warriors will get it. So a quick 4-0 run to start the third quarter for Islip. Warriors answer right back with 4 points of their own. The lead is back up to 10, and we have a timeout on the floor. Coaches want to slow things down a little bit as the officials are explaining the call to Bucks coach Jamie Lynch, saying that a player on Islip kicked the ball out of bounds. So a first half that started off kind of slow with the scoring, but you could see the potential that a lot of these Warrior players have. They have several players who have been here for a while, you know, with experience, but this was a deep team last year. It's a deep team this year. And because their starters were so good last year, a lot of these guys are getting a chance to start for the first time. So as they gain more experience, they will just get better and better. But they're not going to have a lot of time to do it, as today is game 2 of 8. Take a quick look at some upcoming games for Amityville Sports. Is this Saturday, the Lady Warriors are home against Bayport Blue Point, and we will have the coverage right here with the pregame show starting at 11:35, tip at 11:45 on the Amityville Broadcasting Network. Amityville, 10-footer, put up by Kennedy, hits the shot, hits the floor, and the Warriors with their biggest lead of the game, 30-18, just under 6 to play in the third. Amityville on a 6-0 run. May has it. Right wing has the ball swatted away by Kennedy. Good hustle by Goddard. Finds Kennedy. One-on-one. Goes up with the left hand. Won't go. Rebound pulled down by Elliott. That won't go. Goddard has it, looking for help. Tries to kick it out to Kennedy at the right wing, and it's intercepted by Gabadon. Gabadon breaking far side in the paint. Up with the right hand. Off the front of the rim. No good. Battle for the loose ball. Gabadon pulls down his own rebound. And there's the slap and the hard foul as Younger Kiss tries to go up with it, and he will go to the charity stripe to shoot a pair. Tempo and action picking up here at Amityville Memorial High School. 30-18, Warriors, the largest lead of the game. 5:23 to go in the third quarter. Some other contests coming up on Saturday. The varsity wrestling team, they will have their first match of the season. They will be at Rocky Point for a 10 a.m. start, and it's got to be very exciting for those players, especially the seniors, to get a chance to wrestle this year. Is if there was a couple of sports that probably would be most difficult to get in with the COVID guidelines from the state, as both free throws are missed, it probably would be wrestling and football, but both are going to happen this year, as we have a three-pointer from the corner by Thornton, who has entered the game in place of Sinclair. It won't go, and Gabadon brings the ball up the court for the Bucks. May thinks about a long three. Instead, forces a bounce pass cross court. Tipped away by the Warriors, stolen by Kennedy. Kennedy finds Fig Stallings. Pump fakes, up with the right hand from the left side, and it finds the bottom of the net. 32-18, 4:50 to go in the third quarter. Swarming defense, but Roselli, he's quick. He drives to the basket. He collides with Thornton, and he hits the basket regardless. 32-20, Warriors in front, 4:37 to go in the third quarter. That ends for the Warriors what was an 8-0 run. In this game, it's really been a contest of runs. Amityville has a 9-0 run, a 6-0 run, and that just ended an 8-0 run. Islip's had a couple as well, but they can't get over the 4-point hump. 3 4-0 runs. But if Islip wants to come back in this contest, they're going to have to put together a bigger run than that. As we have a timeout on the floor. Both teams talking things over, giving their players a breather. Something interesting to look at, DJ Sinclair started the game and the third quarter at point guard, but Justin Thornton has been inserted both times in place of him, and Thornton's played a good game. A lot of hustle, had a big three-pointer in the first half. Gordon Thomas obviously sees something. DJ Sinclair, junior guard, known as a high-energy defender, scorer, distributor. He can do it all, and that's exactly what you want to see out of a point guard. Justin Thornton, he's doing everything right today, leading the Warriors at the point guard position. So Amityville will inbound under their own basket. Kennedy hands off to Thornton. Thornton crosses midcourt, dribbles right side. Rosselli on him, right wing. Bounce pass, tries to get it in the paint to Goddard by the free throw line, and we got a foul. The foul is called on Islip. Noah Whitehouse, who was in the game for the Buccaneers, gets flagged for the foul. Goddard to Thornton. Thornton thinks about a shot. Instead, gives it out to Kennedy. Puts up a long three. It won't go. May pulls down the rebound. Rosselli slowing things down. 32-20. Warriors with the lead. Just about at the halfway mark of the third quarter. Bounce pass kicked away by Goddard. So Islip will retain possession and inbound right in front of their own bench, far sideline. Islip moving left to right across your screen here in the second half. As Rosselli looking for a lane, driving in the basket, instead kicks it out to May, who puts up the three. That won't go. Ball's out of bounds. Rosselli pleads for possession, but the officials award it to the Warriors. Amityville with a 12-point lead, just under 4 to play here in the third quarter. Thornton brings the ball up the court. Guarded by Rosselli. Throws it left side, Kennedy. Back to Thornton. Right side now, Fig Stalling. Fig Stalling has it right wing. Drives, instead, hands off to Kennedy. Kennedy drives in the lane. Tough defense. Shot won't go. Loose ball. Kennedy has it. Forces the shot up. Hits the bottom of the basket, but we get a whistle and a foul. And they will say the foul occurred on the shot. So Kennedy will go to the line for the chance to shoot a pair. We talked about in the halftime show, Elijah Kennedy. This was somebody who had a bright future here in the Amityville basketball program. As an 8th grader, he looked like big things were coming, but then he left the district. Well, the Warriors got a nice surprise with his return this year, and he has been fantastic. 16 points in the first game, leading scorer on the Warriors as Kennedy misses the first free throw. But Kennedy had 4 3-pointers in the last game. 12 of his 16 points coming from beyond the arc. Second free throw is drained, and the Warriors take a 13-point lead. 3:30 to go in the third quarter. May has it, right wing, fakes, puts up a shot, too strong, rebound, pulled down by Elliott. Warriors have it. Goddard brings the ball up the court. Finds Kennedy. Kennedy taking it in the paint himself. Instead, kicks it out to Thornton. Puts up the three, rims out, and the rebound is pulled down by the other number 1, May. But May loses the handle. It's stolen by Kennedy. Kennedy tries to force a pass to Fig Stallings, and it's picked off by the Bucks. Rosselli will slow things down. May has it, left wing, guarded by Kennedy. Now it's Rosselli, right wing, goes around a screen, nowhere to go, throws a pass at the ankles of Noah Whitehouse, and he can't handle it. That ball trickles out of bounds, and Warriors will gain possession. 33-20, 2:46 to go in the third quarter. Kennedy will inbound to Thornton. No backcourt pressure for most of this game from the Bucks. Thornton has it, bottom of the circle, and they call an offensive foul on Miles Goddard, illegal block. So the Warriors turn the ball over, still up by 13. 2:38 to go in the third quarter. May inbounds to Rosselli. Rosselli, right wing, guarded by Goddard. Finds Gabadon. Thinks about a three. Forces a pass in the paint to Whitehouse. Gets tipped away by Amityville, and they get possession. Thornton with the ball to Goddard, puts up the long three, strong off the far rim, and Islip retains possession. Not a lot of fast break opportunities for Islip as the Warriors have been hustling to get back on defense in this contest. Rosselli drives in the basket, puts up a tough shot. It won't go, but 4 Warriors are able to pounce on the rebound, and Amityville bringing the ball back up the court. 13-point lead, just under 2 to play here in the third quarter. Thornton has it right wing. Chest pass to Goddard. Goddard trying to force a pass down low to Fig Stallings. It's intercepted. Here comes May for the Bucks. May driving in the paint, puts up the shot. It's short. Rebound pulled down by Thornton. Thornton tiptoes along the sideline, finds Fig Stallings wide open for the layup, and converts. 35-20, Warriors their biggest lead of the contest with 90 seconds to go in the third quarter. Rosselli, left wing, 3 by May, and he drills it. Just when the Warriors start to build some momentum, Islip answers back with a 3-pointer, ending the Warriors' 3-0 run. 35-23, as a left-handed underhand shot by Kennedy doesn't go. Islip has numbers the other direction. Good fake by Rosselli, goes up with the shot, and good. 35-25 as we're under a minute to go here in the third quarter. Islip has cut the lead to 10. 30 seconds on the shot clock, 42 on the game clock. Elliott has it, right wing. Around the world to Kennedy. Kennedy tries to get it to Goddard. Ill-advised pass. It's tipped out of bounds, and they're saying last touch by, it looks like Amityville. So we get a timeout, or not a timeout, but we're going to get some substitutions here. Caleb Fig Stallings, he'll take a breather. Back in the game is the freshman Christian Smiley. Inbounding near baseline, front court, Elijah Kennedy. As the officials check press row, making sure everything's set. 18 on the shot clock, 31.9 on the game clock here in the third quarter. Warriors up by 10 with the ball. Smiley immediately off the bench, puts up a 3, won't go. Rebound by Goddard, can't put the put back in, and here comes Islip. 3-point pull-up jumper by May. That rims out, loose ball, and we get a whistle. Good hustle by Smiley, who as a freshman, he's only going to get bigger and stronger as he has 3 more seasons here in Amityville, and he's put on quite a show early in his career. Again, the shot clock is turned off as Nick Youngerkiss comes back into the contest. Jamison Seeger takes a seat for the Bucks. 19.8 seconds to go in the third. Kennedy inbounds. Behind the back dribble by Thornton, trying to get around the swarming defense by Vigor Frazier, who's also just off the bench. Under 10 seconds to go here in the third. Warriors holding for the last shot. It's Thornton, bottom of the circle, plays catch with Kennedy. Back to Thornton, 2 seconds and 1. Here's the long 3, won't go. The putback almost goes in, but just misses. And we've come to the end of 3 quarters of play here at Amityville Memorial High School. And with 3 in the books, the Warriors are up 35-25. But don't go anywhere. The conclusion of this one is coming up next, right here on the Amityville Broadcasting Network.
If you are sick with COVID-19 or think you might have it, take steps to help protect other people from getting sick. Stay home except to get medical care. Call the doctor before visiting. Separate yourself from others who live with you. Wear a mask to protect others. Cover your coughs and sneezes with a tissue and clean your hands right away. Avoid sharing items with other people in your home. This includes things like towels and bedding. Be sure dishes are washed in hot water or the dishwasher before anyone else uses them. Stay aware of how you feel. If you start to have difficulty breathing, or if you are worried about your health, call your doctor. For more tips, visit cdc.gov.
This is Abdul Diallo, forward for the Amityville Warriors. You are watching Warriors basketball on the Amityville Broadcasting Network.
24 minutes in the books, 8 to play here at Amityville Memorial High School as the Amityville Warriors, in their home opener of the 2021 season, find themselves with a 10-point lead, 35-25. In game 2 of what will only be an 8-game regular season, Amityville looking to build off their first win, which occurred 2 days ago at Miller Place, a 65-46 victory for the Warriors, a game in which they got off to a really quick start, 15-4 at the end of the first quarter. That was not the case in today's contest, but the Warriors have settled down as Goddard inbounds it right in front of us here on the near sideline, and we are underway in the fourth quarter of action. Back in the game, DJ Sinclair looking to make an immediate impact, drives into the lane, shot won't go, Warriors keep possession. Here's a three-pointer in the corner, that won't go, as Sean Fields came off the bench to take that shot, but we get a whistle and a foul, and the Warriors will keep possession. Leading by 10, 7:44 to go in the game. Some other guys getting a chance to play here right now for Amityville. Just Sean Elliott on the court. Smiley as the inbound pass goes underneath to buckets. Miles Goddard, and he draws the foul. He gets to shoot a pair. So the start of the first quarter and the third quarter and the fourth quarter, DJ Sinclair is out there. Immediately you see him driving to the basket, and what that tells me is Coach probably wanted to see some more aggression out of him out there on the court, leading this team as the general and the point guard. Even though he didn't hit, it leads to another opportunity for the Warriors. Miles Goddard draws the foul, angry at himself as he can't get the first free throw to fall. Right now, Islip actually on a 5-0 run coming off the end of the third quarter. Goddard looking to convert on the second free throw. That one's no good, but Smiley with the rebound, and he takes a hard hit from Nick Youngerkiss, a clean play. But as we were saying before, Smiley is only going to get bigger and stronger. Right now, only a freshman, but the officials are giving Goddard another shot, lane violation. So Goddard 0 for his first two. And can't convert, but Smiley again, the freshman getting in there for the offensive rebound. And that's something you want to see. This kid has no fear. Smiley draws the foul, and he will go to the charity stripe to shoot a pair. Smiley in the first half had 6 points, including a three-pointer. Kept off the scoreboard in the third quarter. Looks to get back on right here as the first free throw is up and no good. So the Warriors have missed their last 4 freebies from the charity stripe, and you don't want to give up those free points in a game that could be closer. That could be the difference between winning and losing. I'm sure that's something that Coach Thomas will be addressing before the next contest. Smiley looking to convert on the second shot. And he drains it. So Smiley gets on the scoreboard for the first time here in the second half. And now the Warriors are pressing. Aggressive defense in the backcourt by DJ Sinclair, but he's called for the foul. 36-25, Warriors win 11-point lead. 7.5 to play in the game. Coach Thomas calls off the press as Vinny Rosselli brings the ball up the court. It's May. Now it's bottom of the circle to Gabidon. Gabidon looking for somebody driving to the basket. Some miscommunication there. And that one sails harmlessly out of bounds, and Warriors will get the ball back. Elliott inbounds to Thornton. Thornton, who's back in the game for Sinclair. Thomas didn't like the foul that Sinclair had committed in the backcourt on the press. Here's the three-pointer by Smiley. Fearless again as he drains the three. His second three of the contest. He scored the last 4 points for the Warriors. And Amityville is up 39-25, their largest lead of the game. Here's May trying to answer back. That one won't go, and we have a jump ball as Gabidon was fighting with Sean Fields. Good hustle by both players. Possession arrow should be in favor of Islip. And it is, as that was the second jump ball of the contest. So May will inbound under his own basket. He finds Rosselli, right wing, guarded by Thornton. Thornton on him. Crossover dribble. Now he throws it. Left wing, Gavidon puts up a three, no good. Goddard with the rebound. Goddard looking for some room. Brings the ball up the court himself. Finds Smiley, pulls back, thinks about another three. Instead, hands it off, but gets the ball back, puts up the shot and drains it again. Another three-pointer by Smiley, and this kid is on fire. 42-25, the Warriors continue to build on their largest lead of the game. 6:30 to play in the contest, and this kid is lighting up his teammates and getting this bench really excited. If there was a crowd here, I'm sure they would be as well. We mentioned before that Smiley had 10 points in his varsity debut. Well, he has surpassed that here today, as he has 13 points and plenty of time to go. And remember, Smiley did not start this game. He did not start the second quarter, or the second half, I should say. But every time he's on the floor, he has shown no hesitation to shoot the ball, and he has had the hot hand for the Warriors. Coach Lynch giving some final instructions to his team as his starters are out on the court. Jack McDonald, though, gets his first action for the Buccaneers. He's joined by Jamison Seeger, Gavidon, May, and Rosselli. Coach Lynch said his offense flows through May, Rosselli, and Gavidon. That's been the way it's been today, but they haven't been able to consistently generate points, as Goddard and Smiley, a strong double team, trying to force a turnover. Ball is out of bounds, but last touch off of a white jersey. So May will inbound near baseline, throws it into the backcourt to Rosselli. That's the second time this game Islip has taken the safe route by doing that. 18 on the shot clock. May has it, bottom of the circle, top of the key, left side, Rosselli. Rosselli in the corner to Gavidon. Gavidon drives to the basket, left hand, rims around, won't go. Warriors with the rebound. Thornton pushing the tempo. Smiley for three from the corner, that one short, but got it right there to pull down the rebound and put it back for the bucket. 44-25, 5:48 to go in the game. That was the first bad shot Smiley has taken today. A tough shot, three-pointer from the corner, as we get a whistle here. May will inbound right in front of us here on press row. Throws it into the backcourt to Rosselli. Rosselli driving into the lane, runs into a wall with Goddard and Fields. Loose ball in the paint. We get a whistle and a foul. Foul will be called on the Bucks. Good hustle by Fields on that play. And now we have another whistle, as the Warriors will take the walk to the other side of the court. The Bucks are over their limit for fouls, so Elliott will get a chance at a 1-and-1. 44-25, 5:35 to go in the contest. Elliott, known as a strong defender, also a great shot maker, as he puts up the first of two, but it won't go, so he will not be awarded with the second. And here come the Bucks. Rosselli driving, far baseline, loses the handle, out of bounds. And possession sticks with the Buccaneers. So May will inbound, far baseline. Let's see if they throw it back court again. Looking for help, able to get it into Rosselli. Rosselli in the corner, double team, ball swatted away by Thornton. Thornton, 2-on-2, driving to the basket himself, up with the shot, no good, but he draws the foul. Good hustle by Thornton. Strong defense also creating that opportunity. And number one goes to the line for two. (44-25), Warriors in the midst of an 8-0 run. Thornton looking to add to that. So we get a substitution here. Nick Youngerkiss goes and takes a seat. Actually, Youngerkiss, they're saying he fouled out. So Youngerkiss out of the game. And in his place, Vigor Frazier, who in limited minutes tonight has shown a lot of energy. Islip's going to need him to give his team a boost. Officials discussing the substitutions and the fouling out here, but we're all set as Thornton puts up the first of two. And Amityville has not done a good job here in the second half from the free throw line. Thornton will have a chance for another. The second attempt, that one is perfect. And the Warriors build on their lead. It's 45-25. Amityville up by 20. And they put pressure on in the backcourt with the press, but we get a foul. Last couple times Warriors have tried to do a full court press. It's led to a defensive foul. So Islip will try again. May will inbound under his own basket. The Warriors continue with the press. May tries to bring the ball up. Risky pass now by McDonald, who's off the bench. Goddard with the steal, up with the right hand from the left side, and he hits it. 47-25, Warriors in front. Just over 5 to play in the game, and we get a timeout on the floor. Miles Goddard with 8 points in this contest, 4 in the first half, and now 4 here in the fourth quarter. But Goddard has played maybe a more important role on the glass today as he presents a matchup that's very tough for most teams. He has the heights. He's got the height and the strength. Teams have a hard time getting space in front there. Last game, Miles Goddard with a double-double, pulling down 15 rebounds in Amityville's win over Miller Place. Varsity basketball team next in action this Saturday, 10 a.m. as they visit Bayport Blue Point. Bayport Blue Point, of course, beat Islip 2 days ago in a very close contest. This one, however, is starting to get out of hand. Islip's played tough this whole game, but here in the fourth quarter, the Warriors have opened up quite a lead. And in trouble is Russell. Nobody goes back to help him. The Warriors are able to intercept the pass. Here's a three by Thornton. It's too strong. Loose ball, Thornton, good hustle. Trying to get his own rebound, can't get it. Islip pulls it down. We have a collision. Thornton's fine, but he's been on the floor several times today showing the hustle. And it looks like possession will stay with Islip. So May will inbound, far sideline, front of press row. Islip, their largest deficit of the contest, trailing by 22, just under 5 to play here in the game. May has it left wing. Chest pass to Gibidon. Pass is tipped away. Warriors with the steal. Here comes Goddard up with the layup and in. So Miles Goddard starting to heat up here. He's now in double figures for the night. Rosselli trying to make something happen for his team. Gets around a double team, drives in the paint. But the ball goes off of an Amityville Warrior, and last touch off of Rosselli's foot. So the Warriors will get possession. 49-25, 4:22 to go in the game. Thornton met by Gabidon at half court. Fields hard to the basket, draws the foul, but that shot will not count as the foul occurred before the basket. And actually, they are going to charge the foul to Amityville. Looks like an offensive foul. Warriors continue to put their press on. There's the inbound pass, and Smiley intercepts it, but Noah Whitehouse is able to get it back. May brings the ball up the court for Islip, running around a room along the sideline, tiptoeing along the line. He's able to keep it in. Whitehouse has it, top of the key. Throws an ill-advised pass. Goddard tries to pick it off. It's off his fingertips and out of bounds. Good hustle by Goddard, but Islip will keep the ball. 49-25, we're under 4 to play in the fourth quarter. May inbounds right in front of us here. Throws it into the backcourt. Smiley thinks about going forward, instead backs off. Rosselli to May. May in between the circles. Dribbling left, dribbling right, pulls up a dribble, long three-pointer, air ball out of bounds, and the Warriors get the ball back. Kennedy comes back into this game after a well-deserved rest. And Sean Fields, who was all over the floor hustling, he gets a well-deserved break. Kennedy, dangerous pass to Elliott. Elliott dribbles, passes it now to Goddard. Baseline, top of the key. Trying to find Fields underneath. Fields pump fakes up with the shot off the backboard and in. Sean Fields with a field goal. Gabidon trying to hustle to the basket through the paint. Runs into a wall, but we get a whistle and a foul on Amityville. Gabidon will go to the line to shoot. Warriors with their largest lead of the game. 26-point lead. 3:18 to play. First free throw is good. So as Amityville has surpassed their threshold, Gabidon is awarded with a second. That ends a 16-0 run for the Warriors as we get a substitution here. Noah Whitehouse, he'll take a seat. And coming into the game, Mario Pinder, who saw some brief action earlier on in this contest. Gabidon, who started the game 4 for 4 from the charity stripe, misses the second free throw. Rebound pulled down by Fields, and the Warriors are back in action offensively. Here comes Fields, barreling his way to the hoop. Doesn't get the bucket, but draws the foul, and he'll go to the free throw line to shoot a pair. Fields had 8 points in his first contest of the year, Tuesday's win against Miller Place. Fields with 2 today, looking to build on that. Puts up the first free throw and drains it. So a 16-0 run is ended by a free throw by Islip, and then Fields comes back down the other way, aggressively goes to the basket, hits the first free throw. Second one, rolls around a rim, and finds the bottom. So Fields hits a pair in something that the Warriors have not done well here in the second half, which is free throws. And Islip pushing the tempo down the court. Rosselli, nice 10-foot fadeaway jump shot. He's able to convert. 53-28, just under 3 to play in the game. We get a whistle, and Islip gets the ball back on the turnover. Smiley yelling at his teammates to say, finish the game out strong. Rosselli has it right wing. And we get another whistle. And both teams will return to their respective benches to talk things over. 2:51 to go here in the game. 53-48, Amityville out in front. This was a game that started out pretty slowly. Amityville got the first basket of the game. Caleb Figgins Stallings. It was answered by Islip immediately as Lars Heimlich, who's been pretty quiet today, got Islip on the board, and it stayed at 2-2 for a while. Several travels, several turnovers, perhaps the sloppy play due to the fact that both teams have not had a lot of practice time to start their season. But then the game of runs started to tilt in favor of the Warriors. A 6-0 run, a 9-0 run. They would go into halftime with the lead, and in the second half, they had an 8-0 run in the third quarter and a 16-0 run here in the fourth quarter, where they have blown the game wide open. Coaches are done speaking with their players. May sets to inbound, throws it in the backcourt to Rosselli. Rosselli in between the circles, looks to take it himself, picks up his dribble, finds May. May to Gabidon, left wing, drives in the lane himself with the left hand, ball won't go. Now it's Frazier, he gets the putback, and Goddard takes the miss. Tries to force a pass to Smiley. Smiley tips it, able to get it. Smiley drive into the lane, up and in, and the foul. Smiley with a chance to complete a 3-point play as the Warriors have now gone up 55-28 with 2:28 to go in the contest. Coach Thomas not happy here with the call. Now it looks like they're saying it was an offensive foul. So the points will come off the board, it looks like. Smiley's still hanging out by the free throw line. And Smiley will get a chance to complete the three-point play. All the Warriors are in the defensive zone. No reason to try for an offensive rebound here with a 55-28 lead. Smiley looking to complete the three-point play. Too strong. 2.5 to go in the game. Gabidon has it. Right wing, stolen away by Kennedy. Kennedy looks to take it himself, drives to the basket, up with the shot, no good. Rebound put back by Elliott, he can't get it to go. And now the ball spins around and rims in. 57-28, approaching the 2-minute mark here of the fourth quarter. Long three-pointer. That won't go for Islip. Ball goes out of bounds, and the Warriors get it back. We're under 2 here to play in the game, 57-28. Amityville with the lead. Vigor Frazier takes a seat. In the game, Justin Pauluis, who is getting some action and experience here at the end of this contest. It'll be Fields inbounding the ball. Some backcourt pressure from Pauluis. Goddard finds Smiley. Smiley tries to force a pass to Figgin Stallings. Ill-advised, picked off. And Gabidon in some trouble, surrounded by 3 white jerseys. Breaks out of it, we get a whistle. But a foul is called on Goddard. And Islip will get a chance to go to the free throw line as Amityville's over the limit. Gabidon started this contest off 4 for 4 from the charity stripe. He's been there a lot today. With the clock stopped, Gabidon looking to add some points. The first of the 1-and-1 doesn't go. He is not rewarded with a second. Here comes Amityville. It's Fields, right wing. Approaching the 90-second mark. Long three-pointer by Smiley, too strong. Rebound fought for by Fig Stallings underneath, but loses the handle. Here comes Pauluis off the bench. Long three-pointer, wide open, won't go. Goddard with the rebound. 80 seconds to go. Warriors up 57-28. Long cross-court pass. Coach Thomas doesn't look too thrilled about it as it's tipped out of bounds. And we get a timeout on the floor. Coach wants to talk it over. 57-28, 1:19 to go. And I'm sure what both coaches are saying in this situation is finish up the game strong. Sure, Amityville will show some sportsmanship here and pull back a little bit. But anybody coming in off the bench, they have something to prove. They need to earn their playing time. And when they get a chance on the court, as you saw with Justin Pauluis, taking that 25-foot three-pointer, trying to make something happen for his team, trying to make something happen for himself. But this one here in the fourth quarter has gotten out of hand. A 16-0 run by Amityville is what put this game out of reach. They're currently on a 4-0 run. The Bucks are back out on the court. May is out of the game, but Roselli and Gabidon, their 2 starting guards, they are out there. Jack McDonald's on the court as well as Mario Pinder. So the reserves are mostly in. Smiley almost has his pocket picked. Tyjon Billinger almost has his pocket picked. But the Warriors get the ball back. There's a shot by Diallo, who's in off the bench, seeing his first action tonight. That won't go. Roselli trying to take it himself. Double teamed in the corner. Kicks it back out to McDonald. Finds Roselli for the three-pointer. No good, but we get a foul on the shot. So Roselli will get a chance to shoot 3 as we are under a minute to play here at Amityville Memorial High School. Warriors with a 57-28 lead as they have their first ever game here at home in the brand new gymnasium. This gymnasium was part of a $69 million bond as Roselli hits the first of three free throws, excuse me. The bond also added and doubled the size of the high school and did other projects around the district as well. As a second free throw rims around and drops. 57-30. As we get another substitute, and Gavidon will take a seat. Gets a round of applause from his teammates as he certainly hustled in this one, so his day is probably done. Noah Whitehouse back in the game. Third free throw coming up for Roselli. And he drains it, 3 for 3. Under a minute to play, 57-31. Abdul Diallo, senior forward. He's a role player, he's a leader, he's a veteran, an important part of this team, and getting some minutes here in the final minute of action. Taking over the point guard duties, another bench player, freshman Savell Williams, seeing some action as the ball is stolen by Islip. And we'll see what Islip does here. Frazier back in the game, providing some energy. Up with the right hand from the left side, and he hits it. 57-33. Shot clock turned off, 30 seconds to go. Tyjon Billinger has it. Right wing, middle of the court. Here's Diallo for a long three. That won't go. Ball tip. Battle in the paint for the rebound. Islip has it. Amityville backs off. Whitehouse. Far sideline. Long three-pointer won't go by Paulus. Rebound pulled down in the paint by Billinger. 4 seconds left. He drives to the basket. Up with the right hand. It won't go. Islip pulls down the rebound as Mario Pinder will hold on to the ball as this one is over. Final score, 57-33. This was a strong win for the Amityville Warriors, especially with the game close early on. But the Warriors had plenty of gas left in the tank to finish this one out strong. A 16-0 run in the fourth quarter with the Buccaneers undoing as the Warriors improved to 2-0 with a 57-33 victory. But don't go anywhere as we are going to break this one down for you right here on the post-game show on the Amityville Broadcasting Network.
If you are sick with COVID-19 or think you might have it, take steps to help protect other people from getting sick. Stay home except to get medical care. Call the doctor before visiting. Separate yourself from others who live with you. Wear a mask to protect others. Cover your coughs and sneezes with a tissue and clean your hands right away. Avoid sharing items with other people in your home. This includes things like towels and bedding. Be sure dishes are washed in hot water or the dishwasher before anyone else uses them. Stay aware of how you feel. If you start to have difficulty breathing, or if you're worried about your health, call your doctor. For more tips, visit cdc.gov.
We are strong, we are resilient, and we will get through this together. But these are stressful times, and it's important to also practice good self-care. It's normal to feel overwhelmed, anxious, or afraid, but there is hope. Reach out to someone, connect with your friends, stay in touch with your community, and know that you are not alone. Learn more at wearebroadcasters.com/hope, furnished by the National Association of Broadcasters and this station.
This is Miles Goddard, forward for the Amityville Warriors basketball team, and you're listening to the Warriors basketball on the Amityville Broadcast Network.
As the JV squads of both Amityville and Islip hit the floor, the Warriors celebrating a huge victory tonight, 57-33 over the Buccaneers. They must feel pretty good about themselves.
Yeah, really good. I'm surprised I picked that on win. I knew the boys can do it.
We always say basketball is a game of runs. The Warriors had the better of that throughout this contest, but it was really the fourth quarter where Amityville blew the doors off of this game.
16-0.
And that'll get the job done every single time. So let's take you through this game as we have a 5-minute post-game show here for you on the Amityville Broadcasting Network. A slow start, some sloppy play early on, several traveling violations by both teams. But then the Warriors go out on a 6-0 run, followed up by a 9-0 run, and they were feeling pretty good by the end of the first quarter. But the second quarter, Islip would not give up as they had a 4-0 run of their own. They got the lead under 8 points, and we had a really good game on our hands as both teams were hustling. And I have to say, Greg, I was very impressed with the hustle, the effort, and the skill set by the three guards on the Buccaneers team.
May, Russell, and Gibson.
Yeah, and they were great. All game long, driving to the basket, good communication, passing the ball around, but I think the problem was they ran into a buzzsaw every time they got into the paint because physically the Warriors just outmatched the Buccaneers, not just height-wise, but size-wise as well. Fig Stallings, he's a big boy. Miles Goddard, the best rebounder on this team. And, you know, if the Buccaneers weren't hitting their first shots, they were not getting second-chance opportunities. So the Warriors go on they get a three-pointer. Islip answers back with three of their own. Warriors go on a 4-0 run. And a three-pointer by Amityville's Justin Thornton, which should have ended the first half with 6 seconds left. But then responding was Islip to end the half on a three-pointer of their own, and that was Vinny Rosselli, their leader, their guard. So an exciting way to end the first half, but it was the second half where Amityville really made a name for themselves. Islip actually came out really strong. Lars Heimlich, who had been really quiet, he hadn't scored since early in the game, comes out, gets a nice fadeaway 10-foot bucket, and then the Warriors not paying attention, inbound the ball, Heimlich's right there, he picks it off, lays it up and in. So in the blink of an eye, what was a 10-point halftime lead dropped down to a 6-point halftime lead. But after that, things started to go wrong for the Buccaneers. Amityville responded with a 6-0 run. Caleb Fig Stallings, Miles Goddard, and Elijah Kennedy putting points up on the board for the Warriors. Vinny Rosselli, he answers back with a field goal of his own. And then Amityville goes on their longest run of the game.
I don't know.
And that'll get the job done every single time. Once again, it was Fig Stallings, it was Goddard getting their best players involved, and then somebody that I'm really enjoying watching, Christian Smiley. He gets a basket, then a three-pointer is hit by Justin Thornton. Islip is able to go on a 4-0 run of their own, and then Smiley drains another three-pointer and then gets to the free throw line, an aggressive play to the basket. What do you think of this kid, Greg? I mean, he's a freshman, he's skinny, he's going to put some muscle on his bone, he's going to grow some more, but Christian Smiley, in both of his first two games here at the varsity level, really impressed me.
Yeah, he really impressed me and everybody here, especially everyone, even the coaches. This kid is amazing.
And I was really impressed by the fact that he was not afraid to shoot, he didn't hesitate, and he was not afraid to drive to the basket, and even pulled down some offensive rebounds late in the game. So with the game pulling away, Amityville puts the final nail in the coffin by going on a 16-0 run, as we mentioned to you. It was during that run that Miles Goddard really started to heat up, went into double figures, and Christian Smiley, again, added 2 3-pointers to really put the nail in the coffin. The final score, 57-33. Nice victory for the Warriors. They will be back in action this Saturday, 10 a.m. start at Bayport Blue Point. We will have coverage on Saturday as well, but that's for the Lady Warriors. As the Amityville girls varsity basketball team, they'll get underway at 11:45 as they host Bayport Blue Point here at Amityville High School. We will be here with all the coverage on the Amityville Broadcasting Network with the pregame show starting at 11:35. Greg, your final thoughts on today's contest?
They played a good game, played hard, played well, and did awesome. These kids did awesome play 1.5 a game.
So that'll just about wrap things up here as the Amityville Warriors have an impressive win in the first game ever on their brand new home court. We really appreciate you tuning in tonight and spending your evening with us as the Amityville Warriors get the victory, 57-33. For my partner Greg Dickerson, Dina Wood, Paul Cimino, I'm Matt Grice saying thank you so much. We will see you Saturday morning when we bring you coverage of the Lady Warriors. The final score, 57-33, Warriors
Go
win.
to AmityvilleWarriors.com for upcoming broadcasts and events. This has been a presentation of Warriors Basketball on the Amityville Broadcasting Network.